another problem in there. But maybe we'll see a different shape from the Nigerians in the second half.
All right, maybe we'll see a different shape. We're back for the second half, playing positions, switch. Nigeria left to right, Morocco. Nigeria right to left, rather, Morocco left to right. A very packed Prince Abdullah Stadium in Rabat. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, they need to do better because Morocco are a very disciplined team, tactically and technically good. They can do a lot on the field of play. Brahim Diaz has also been using his pace.
It's been fairly quiet so far on Onyeka. I just wonder if they might ask him to come slightly more central rather than on the right-hand side of the midfield three. Looked like a foul to me there by... I think it was Onyeka. Oh no, it was Ademola Lookman. Just went in late, caught the ankles of Nil El Anawi of Roma. Nearly 2 minutes gone in this second half. Nigeria nil, Morocco nil. Diaz, did he keep it in play? It didn't look as if it was still in play, and indeed the assistant referee has raised his flag over on the... just about to pick up the ball from one of those cones, and it's been picked up. Been picked up for him by Brahim Nouabali. A long clearance forward, one in the air by Nashrif Hakimi. Clearly it was a foul on Alex Iwobi, and Iwobi grounded, looks up with a frown of frustration on his face as he looks up to Hakimi, who bundled into the back of him, forearm first to knock the Fulham man down to the floor. Free kick to Nigeria. Here is Iwobi, but he's given the ball straight back to El Khanous, and it's down the left-hand side that the Algerians attack with Ez El-Zuri. Ez El-Zuri against Ajayi. He's a nippy customer, he's a tricky customer. It took two to stop him. Here's Akor Adams fighting to keep possession. Closed down over on the far side of the field by Nil El Anawi. It's a battle out there, that's for sure. Two teams that are prepared to mix it, prepared to rough it, but at the same time two teams that can certainly play some good stuff as well. The Moroccans had the better of the first half, but at 0-0, this is anybody's game. Certainly Nigeria have been as impressive as anyone in this tournament so far. Ademola Lookman got it forward to Akor Adams, and that's where it needs to stick better for Nigeria. Given it away again, and they're just surrendering that possession a little too cheaply. Hakimi in the right back position up towards the feet of Brahim Diaz. Good play by Bruno Onyemachi. Amongst the crowd today, Sir Arsene Wenger. As Morocco manoeuvre the ball over towards their left-hand side. It's with the left full-back, the Manchester United man, who's there, Mazraoui. He's given it away. Ajayi to Bassi. Nigeria nil, Morocco nil. Get the feeling this is the calm before the storm. As Iwobi has the ball inside his own half and wanders forward at a walking pace, gives it to Ajayi and then gets it back. It pings it out to the left. Bruno Onyemachi of Olympiacos. Inside this time to Onyedika with Club Brugge. 50 minutes on the clock. That means 5 minutes of the second half elapsed. That's a good ball from Iwobi towards Lookman, and Lookman gets it wide, and here goes Bruno Onyemachi. Bruno Onyemachi gets it in towards Osimhen. It's headed away, it's left and then fired towards goal, but it was always going to go wide, that from Onyedika. It was something of a dam-buster's shot that bounced into the ground and bobbled well wide. It was almost closer to the corner flag than it was the... Well, it wasn't quite that bad, but it was wide of the 6-yard box joining the goal line, if that makes sense. It was a long way off target. Iwobi left it. Onyedika didn't pounce, didn't make the most. Onyedika unlucky. Only had one goal for his country prior to the AFCON, then he went and scored 2 in the space of about 10 minutes in the group stages. It's given away by Morocco. Here's Osimhen to Lookman. Lookman dragged down to the ground, but no foul, says the referee. El Khanous going forward now, up towards the edge of the penalty area. Opened up his body, did El Azouri, and it's pushed around the post by Nwabali. And the Nigerians are furious that a free kick wasn't given for a foul on Lookman, but they were allowed to come forward, and it was a good save by Nwabali to get down and push a goal-bound effort around the post. It was a good height for the goalkeeper to get down and make the save. And Lookman had his arm held and got dragged to the ground, and you can't help but feel if that had gone in, it would have gone back as a free kick anyway. But that, because it didn't go in and it goes behind for a corner, it's still a corner. It should have been a Nigeria free kick on a halfway line. I do get the feeling that the referee doesn't seem to have favoured Nigeria in a lot of instances tonight. Just getting that feeling. And Nigeria beginning to get frustrated. Hakimi with the cross, poor corner. Osimhen away. Now Lookman. This time he wasn't fouled. It's cleared away by Bruno Onyemachi up to the halfway line. Adams will chase. Cleared away by Mazraoui. One back in the midfield by Sebari. Sebari again, fouled by Onyedika. Free kick on the halfway line, on the centre spot pretty much. Down the left-hand side with Ezal Zuli. Now Mazraoui. Mazraoui beats 2 in towards the penalty area. Mazraoui plays it inside. Good challenge by Calvin Bassey, who brings the ball away, almost bulldozes his way through the referee and then gives it away. He's done such a good job there, Calvin Bassey. Perfect interception, riding the storm, getting the ball away and then giving it away. The good and the bad of Calvin Bassey. It's a great challenge inside the penalty area. Morocco turning the screw at the moment. As Al Zuli goes down at the edge of the penalty area. He felt he was fouled. The referee's having none of it. And Nigeria have the ball with their goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali, who's certainly been the busier of the two goalkeepers. He became a national hero in 2023 at the AFCONs for his heroics from penalty shootouts. I wonder if history could possibly repeat itself today. Arsenal now 2-0 up away at Chelsea. Victor Gyökeres with a second goal. They scored in the 7th minute of the first half and the 4th minute of the second half. Chelsea nil, Arsenal 2. Just like Manchester City last night, Arsenal winning away in the first leg, giving themselves a really good chance of a place at Wembley in the final. Still a long way to go in those two ties though. Here's Ajayi, who has been fouled, tries to take the free kick quickly. It's been blocked from about a yard away, so it's going to be dragged back again. Scottish Premiership, both Hearts and Celtic winning 1-0 tonight in the big battle at the top of the SPFL. Hearts still top. 1-0 Celtic on their heels. In the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich 2-1 up at Cologne. Kim with the second goal for Munich. Tough away game that. The leaders still unbeaten. Here's Iwobi. Gets it out to Onyemachi and then further far wide to Onyeka. Onyeka, can he hang it in? He can, and it lands on the roof of the net. And it's behind for a goal kick. Nearly 10 minutes played in the second half. Still Nigeria 0, Morocco 0. Well, he's predominantly right-footed, Onyeka. And when he went rampaging down the left there, you always felt that once it was on his left, that was going to be a case of trial and error. He didn't quite wrap his foot around it, the Brentford man. Here's Hakimi. wide to Bram Diaz, chips it into the penalty area. It's a long ball forward towards Ayub El Kabi. Out comes Labali to claim it. The Nigerian goalkeeper was probably just onside there, El Kabi. Nigerian goalkeeper read it quickly and read it well. Nigeria 0, Morocco 0. 10.5 minutes of the second half gone. Here's Bassi. You will, of course, if you are just missing or just joining us, you will miss the final, Bassi, because he picked up a yellow card in the first half. But Nigeria's still in the hunt, with or without him. It's an open door now for, you'd think, Igo Ogbu to come in if needed. Here come Nigeria. It's Lookman. Steers it wide, but he put it behind Akor Adams, who put it too far ahead of Iwobi. Cut out by Samuel, but pouncing on it quickest was Adesamad Azazuri. And now Hakimi gets forward to Bram Diaz. That's so dangerous, that duo. And then Diaz lofts it into the penalty area underneath the crossbar, safely gathered by Stanley Nwabali. No real test for the Nigerian goalkeeper. Osimhen chasing down Ego. Hasn't really been in the game yet, Osimhen, but we know that he'll only need one chance. And he could blow this semi-final wide open with his instinct in front of goal. So there's a Nigeria free kick. It's been taken, and this is Calvin Bassi on the halfway line. Plays it inside to Onyedika. Onyedika lifts it to the left. It's a pretty poor pass from Onyedika. For a throw-in to Morocco. Nigeria have lost just one of their last 12. Morocco on a long unbeaten run. So neither side is going to crack or crumble at ease. It's a semi-final now that you can feel is very much down to a moment of magic or a mistake. Asai Samuel clears under the pressure from Ezel Zuli. Mazraoui plays it inside to El Khanous. El Khanous driving forward, squares it to Sebari, out towards the right-hand side. Hakimi back inside, crossfield pass from El Khanous comes through to the left-hand side, and Abdesamad Azalzuli is being nibbled at by Asai Samuel. It's been shown away from goal, and with the help of Frank Onyeka, the ball has been taken off of the Real Betis man, but not to the liking of the referee, who felt that Bright Asai Samuel was just hanging on a little too much, and I get his point. Free kick then to Morocco, and you get the feeling that was what Ezel Zuli was angling for. Free kick. And now Nigeria need to be well set for this ball into the danger zone from wide on the left-hand side. Moments away from entering the 60th minute of the game, still no goals. It was 0-0 in the other semi-final until 12 minutes from time. Sadio Mane's goal taking Senegal beyond Egypt and into the final on Sunday. But who will they play? At the moment, it's up for grabs. Free kick is going to be taken by Azal Zuli. Whips it in low towards the near post, and it's taken well by Nwabali, despite the attentions of Agard there, who was making the run. And he got ahead of Osimhen. He stuck his foot out, but studs and boots flying everywhere, but it didn't deter Nwabali from getting him where it hurts and gathering the ball. The Nigerian goalkeeper. Bassi for Nigeria, up towards the halfway line. Squares it to Semi Ajayi of Hull City. Now Say Samuel of Birmingham City. The entire back four, with the exception of Bruno and Imachi, play their football in England. And here is a chance to break away for Nigeria. Out wide to the left-hand side, and Akor Adams from Iwobi. Akor Adams goes to go inside Hakimi. Hakimi blocks him. Referee says free kick, mandatory, I'm afraid. Didn't do a lot wrong, just happened to be in the way. Hakimi, and the referee gave the free kick in the direction of the team in white, Nigeria. Recent meetings have profited 4 Nigerian wins and 5 Moroccan wins. No draws in 9. There is going to be a change for Nigeria by the look of things very soon. We'll keep across that as and when. Here's Iwobi. Ajay. Free kicks in this game. Nigeria have had 1 free kick. Morocco 5. I think that's free kick shots, not free kicks in general. Free kicks in the danger area, I think that is. That wasn't very well labelled. Brahim Diaz beaten to it by Onyedika. Bassi. Onyedika turning away from Al-Kaba, still inside his own half. Iwobi still inside his own half for Nigeria. Now Bassi, Fulham combination. Semi Ajay, once of West Bromwich Albion, nil of host City. Field if needed, Ajay, so can Bassi. A bit of versatility in the team. Here's Iwobi. Long ball up towards Osimhen. He's out, jumped 2-1. Goes beyond everybody, and it's left Adam Messina on the ground. It was a high ball, and immediately 2 defenders converged on Osimhen, jumping all over Osimhen, I have to say. It's an awkward landing. It was Mazrui and Messina. It's actually Mazrui who went over the top of Osimhen and ended up coming down head first. His arms prevented his head from landing first, I'm pleased to say, but still managed to pick up a knock. And the Moroccan coach, Walid Regragui, very animated down on the touchline. Super calm, Eric Chile. Put back to goalkeeper from defender Ajayi to Nwabali. Nwabali under a little bit of pressure from Al-Kaba. He's put it away for a throw-in on the far side. Nigeria 0, Morocco 0. 63 minutes gone. There's Al-Zuli. Mazrui lifts it into the box. That'll be easy for the big Nigerian goalkeeper, who plucks it out of the air. Nwabali. It's at that moment in the game now where 27 minutes to go, you feel as if a goal could win it. Both sides erring on the side of caution. They don't want to make a mistake. It's going to be a mistake, or it's going to be a moment of magic that decides who Senegal will face on Sunday. Around the corner from Iwobi. It's a good dance forward from Adams, but the referee has blown his whistle. There's a foul by Adams on Neil El Al-Nawi. Morocco's turn to have possession inside their own half. It's carried forward over the halfway line by Mazrui. He's built up some speed up towards the edge of the penalty area. Tracking back is Adams and Onyeka, and pinged in towards the penalty area. It was a reverse pass from El Anawi. Wabali. Ajayi for Nigeria. Iwobi comes deep. Semi-final of the AFCON. Goalless between Nigeria and Morocco. So much at stake, so little in it. Chelsea have pulled a goal back against Arsenal. And Leandro Garnacho with the goal. It's in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. That's over 2 legs. That won't get decided tonight. This one will. But it might take extra time. It might take penalties. Bear with us. We'll stay for the duration. Don't worry. Here's Bassett. Rolls it forward but can't link up with Akor Adams. Neither side has made a change yet. It looks as if Nigeria are about to make one. Down below, a free kick has been given for a foul by Ezal-Zuli. Pushed the Nigerian right back, Samuel, in the back. Jay for Nigeria. Iwobi comes deep and uses the outside of his left boot, coaxes it forward. It's just prodded into Ademola Lookman by Onyedika, out wide by Adams. Whipped in by Bruno Onyemachi, cleared away by Airguard. It's out for a throw into Nigeria, level with the edge of the penalty area. Back to Iwobi, looks up, thought about sending it into the penalty area. Instead he sent it back to the centre circle. Ajayi to Onyedika, and now back to Calvin Bassey. Bassey and Iwobi, the Fulham link up again. Iwobi running towards the penalty area, plays it into Oshiman, who tries to roll his man, and he just got caught up underneath him. Great ball in from Iwobi, who spotted the moment to get it into the feet of Victor Osimhen, and it's the first time tonight that they've got it into the feet of Osimhen, and he couldn't bring it under control. He had Adam Messina hanging on to his every moment, and at the other end there's a chance here for Morocco, and Calvin Bassey comes out and then clashes heads with his own goalkeeper, who came out and thwarted El Kabi. It was a long ball over the top, and Calvin Bassey and Relive have clashed heads here. It's great defending by Iwobi. One big long punt downfield by the goalkeeper, and Iwobi was caught. Little 1-2 over the top from Bram Diaz. He was onside. My goodness me, good defending by Bassey, and then as he come through, bash, just a little crunch of the heads, not full flight rather, but it was a bang of heads between Bassey and Nwabali as he came out. Oh, it was more, I think Bassey's okay, Nwabali's good as well. They shake hands, the two Nigerians, and they're okay. I don't think it was as bad as it first looked. It was more a case of Nwabali nestled his forehead into the shoulder of Bassey. Halfway through the second half, 3/4 of the way through to 90 minutes. Nigeria 0, Morocco 0. Who will play Senegal in the final? We're still none the wiser. It'll be a hard one to call. Nigeria was certainly second best in the first half. It's a much more even second half. Can't help but feel that overall Morocco have just shaded it, but that means nothing in football. Bruno Onyemachi, flicked on by Akor Adams. Here is Adams. Can he get the cross in? It's whipped in towards Oshiman, who takes it down. He's taken it too wide. And he pings it back out again to Bright Asay Samuel. Now inside to Onyeka. Onyeka takes it on the outside. Samuel again. Back to Ajayi. Quickly inside to Iwobi. Good this from Nigeria. Iwobi looks to the left and picks out Bruno Onyemachi, and Onyemachi goes down the line. Is he going to keep it in play? Well, he has kept it in play. Now, can he get the cross in? He has got the cross in, but there's no one there, and I think the referee has given a free kick for the foul by Bruno Onyemachi. And Nigeria, again, not very happy with the decision made by the referee. I don't think the Nigerians are very happy with the Ghanaian referee tonight, Daniel Alaye. Not got a lot in the way of a rub of the green from decisions from him. And it was a lock of horns right down by the corner flag involving Onyemachi and Hakimi, and it was deemed a foul. And a throw-in has actually been given. I don't think it went out of play myself. It was either a free kick or nothing. Not sure how the referee has come up with the decision to give Morocco the throw. Victor Osimhen encouraging his team to come forward and pen in the Moroccans deep inside their own half. This wonderful stadium here in Rabat, the Prince Moulay Abdullah Stadium. Rocking to the court. It's getting more and more tense as every minute passes us by. We've got 20 minutes to go in the AFCON. It's 0-0 between Nigeria and Morocco, and it's been sliced out of play. The nerves are even getting to world beaters like Achraf Hakimi, who put his laces through it, put it straight out for a Nigerian throw by Calvin Bassey. Get in ahead of El Kaba, but he's certainly got the pace of El Kaba. And Bassey bulldozing his way to rescue the situation. He was certainly fouled in the process as well by El Kaba. Free kick to Nigeria, very nearly shot themselves in the foot there. Here's Iwobi inside his own half. Jay. And now Bassey. Passes completed in this game. Nigeria 265, Morocco 226. So more passes from Nigeria. Calvin Bassey again to Ajay. He'll have a look up, pings it out towards the right hand side. Off goes Onyeka, cut out by Mazrui. Manchester United beating Brentford in that little duel. Two Premier League players, of course, plenty of Premier League experience out on the pitch. Onyediki to Bassey, another Premier League player. Onyemachi trying to reverse it inside, but it's cut out by El Anawi. Kanous driving forward over the halfway line, back to Hakimi. Hakimi, one touch and then a switch of play from left to right, coming back slightly. Azalzuli whips it into the box, very disappointing, straight through, goal kick, end of the Moroccan attack, and nowhere near good enough on that occasion from El Azalzuli. And it remains 0-0. Subs continue to warm up, but we're yet to see one from either side. Did look like we were about to see Nigeria make a change. Renat Karl scored a third goal for Bayern München and now 3-1 up at Caen in the Bundesliga and still unbeaten. It's now Arsenal 3-1 up away at Chelsea. Martin Zuber-Mendy with a third goal in the last 20 minutes of that game. So Arsenal in the driving seat, Manchester City in the driving seat following away wins, it seems, in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. This isn't over one leg. No, this isn't over two legs rather. This is over one leg. Calvin Bassey pings it forward, chested down by Adams. This is Lookman, but Lookman is beaten to it by an excellent tackle by El Anawi. Iwobi getting in front of Bilal El Kanous. Bassey sends it wide. This is very even at the moment. Bruno Onyemachi plays it down the road to the left-hand side, and Akko Adams coming inside. Akko Adams is cleared away by Airguard from around about the penalty spot, and that will be a throw-in on the near side, level the edge of the penalty area for Nigeria. Great challenge there from El Anawi to deny Ademola Lookman. Here's Iwobi looking for that probing pass that could prove to be a match-winning pass. Akko Adams plays it out wide. No, he couldn't quite keep it in. Onyemachi. So throw-in to the Moroccans. Hakimi is going to take. Hakimi has the ball above his head, spinning it round. He yet to throw it. Now he has thrown it. And then he gets it back and launches it down the line. Ajay happy to put it out for a throw-in again. Way inside the Nigerian half. El Kanous. Backwards pass, finding his left back, Nusser Mujwari. Over the halfway line, sends it wide to Azalzuli. Sabari. Azalzuli again. Had to go backwards rather than forwards, and Airguard, the experienced defender, former West Ham player of course, now Marseille. Keep. It's back to Neil Al-Nawi. We're into the last 15 minutes. There's Al-Zuli trying to take on the fullback and gets the cross in, and it was a flying header by Bruno Onyemachi that put it behind for a corner. Deep cross coming in from Al-Zuli, who got the better of Asai Samuel. He's not done that too often tonight. Bruno Onyemachi, the other fullback, puts it behind. Still 0-0, 14 and a half minutes to go. Still no changes. Trying to save it up, I think. They know this one could well go the distance. Agard is in there. Massina's in there. There's not been too many corners. This is the first corner of the second half. Hakimi to take. 0-0. Puts it in towards the near post, and it's been headed behind, and it will be a goal kick. It's, the header was wide by Massina. It's flicked on. Massina with a header which went wide. Well, the Moroccan fans have loved this tournament. They've loved hosting it. Love the fact that their team has been in excellent form. They've invested heavily in soccer, as they like to call it here in Morocco. Onyedika takes the pass from Bassi, gets it wide to Iwobi. Iwobi inside to Akor Adams, who turns inside, finds himself outnumbered. That's a good hook to get the ball back from El Kaabi, and El Kaabi's made that run down the right, but here goes Hakimi. Hakimi into a central position. He was just tipped over from behind by Rafael Onyedika, and Onyedika gets a yellow card. And second yellow card of the game, Onyedika. He was struggling from the outset to keep up with the Paris Saint-Germain rampaging fullback. So a free kick to Morocco. It's level with the corner edge of the penalty area, but a further 20 yards back. So it's 35, 40 yards from goal. Hakimi standing over it. But there is the left-footed option of Abdesamad Al-Zuli. Hakimi organising his teammates. The Moroccan skipper plays it short. There's Al-Zuli, chips it in. Good header away by Calvin Bassi, and got some distance on it as well. It will be retrieved by El Khanous on the halfway line. Back inside to El Anawi, and then wide as Al-Zuli. Another crosses inbounds, or is it? Holds it up. El Khanous again. There's Al-Zuli against Asai Samuel. Samuel does well, hooks it away. It's bouncing around, and the Samuel's trying to get the better of Al-Zuli, who stood in the way. El Khanous. But Morocco enjoying a dominant stint in this game. El Anawi threads it to the right, and there's some room here for Hakimi. Is he going to have a go? He is, but straight into the body of Bassi. Scream from Hakimi for a handball. Crowd followed suit in his screams, but I don't think they were anything other than ambitious. Now Osimhen for Nigeria. Adams, Osimhen, can't quite find Adams again, and Morocco picking it up once more. It's not quite happened in the final third for Nigeria. Do you get the feeling if it does happen once, there could be problems? Sebari leaves it to Mazrui. Sebari again for Nigeria, still inside his own half. Plays it across to Nayef Agard. Wide to Bram Diaz, who's gone very quiet in this second half. Ashraf Hakimi. In comes that cross, headed up in the air by Bassi, and then nudged away by Bright Asai Samuel. He's in the battle with Absar Samad Al-Zuli. Mazrui can't find his way past Onyeka. Onyeka clears, but he only clears as far as Elanawi. Elanawi again into the last 10 minutes. Extra time is fast looking likely unless one of these two sides can pick a late winner. It was won back again there by Nigeria and Yunda Dikon. I didn't see a lot wrong with it. Well, maybe there was a little bit of a push on Elanawi. There was a shot just a moment ago and it hit Bassi on the thigh, but it also spun up and almost grazed his forearm, but I don't think it's been checked by VAR. Both sides are ready to make changes, and I think VAR are having a quick check here for that handball. It seemed a long time ago, waiting for the break in play. He's organising his wall here, Nwabali. I don't think the check's come to anything. It's played square. Lifted into the penalty area, and Nwabali comes out and throws it like a proper throw-in, and that's some throw as well to Akot Adams. Adams has a look up. Oh, he's played it to the wrong man. He played it straight inside to El Kanous. And he had options as well, Adams. That was a bright attack set off by Nwabali, the goalkeeper, and Adams wasted it. Both sides are preparing changes. 9 shots from the Moroccans, just 2 for Nigeria. Here they come again into the penalty area. El Kaba holds it up, gets it back. This is Azal Zule, and it's pushed away again. That's the 10th shot of the game they've had, and another save from Nwabali. In comes the cross from the left from Brahim Diaz, and then a swipe towards goal. And it wasn't a particularly good one from Elanawi, and it goes flying wide. Well, it bounced right in front of the goalkeeper, who's done really well. It's a curling effort. Bounces in front of the goalkeeper. It just has to push it away, and he gets good distance on the push. It's a case then of not pushing it out towards an on-rushing striker. Here comes the change. Moses Simon will come on for Onyedika, who's on that yellow card. Moses Simon on to go down the left-hand side. It's an ambitious move from the Nigerians. Targaline is going to come on, the Feyenoord man. He's going to replace Bilal El Kanous. So the 23-year-old who used to play for Le Havre in the north of France, now in the Netherlands for Feyenoord. Igamani for El Kaba up top. Igamani on as well. Hamza Igamani. In the number 7 jersey. Here are Nigeria on the ball at the moment. Hamza Igamani, 23-year-old who plays for Lille in France. Down goes Ademola Lookman, winning a free kick just inside the half that's being defended by the Moroccans. Ademola Lookman gets back up again. Subject of much transfer speculation, wants away from Atalanta, although he's hit some form with them prior to the AFCONs. So Chelsea 2, Arsenal 3. A second goal for Alejandro Garnacho in that game. Hearts now 2-0 up in Scotland. Down to 10 men for the second time in 2 weeks. So throwing in the right back position for Morocco. We've got a little over 5 minutes of the 90 to go. This one is heading fast towards an extra 30 minutes. Fasten your seatbelts, we're in for the long haul. No shortcuts, I don't think, today. Brahim Diaz stopped very, very quickly by Onyemachi. Well, a goal now wins it. That's for sure. It's all about mentality. It's all about solidity, keeping yourself calm and not panicking and not making mistakes. Akor Adams has won a throw-in for Nigeria down the right-hand side, midway inside the Morocco half. 4.5 minutes to go. Victor Osimhen hasn't barely had a kick, but his side are still very much in this. Alex Iwobi, it's wide to Onyemachi. Trying to turn was Moses Simon, but he was stopped by arguably one of the best right backs in the world, Achraf Hakimi. Throw in to be taken by Bruno Onyemachi. Back to Iwobi. Has a look up and plays it inside to Calvin Bassey. Bassey chips it forward. Ademola Lookman into the penalty area. He got caught in two minds as it came over his shoulder. Stick a foot out and get the cross in, or get the shot in, or bring it down. But in the end, he did nothing. He just let it go over him, and it drifted away from his trailing foot and beyond everyone for a goal kick. And that was a chance. That was a chance for Nigeria. 3.5 minutes to go. Nigeria 0, Morocco 0. Well, it was felt this might well be the outcome. 90 minutes with little to spare. Goal kick from Bono, who's had relatively little to do, and has kicked it straight out of play. Can't put that one down to fatigue, I'm afraid. Goalkeeper should be fresh as a daisy. He's been a spectator for much of it. Morocco have had 10 shots to Nigeria's 2. They've been the dominant force, but Nigeria have created more in the way of passing moves in this game. They've put together more passes. Bright Aseo Samuel in the right back position. Ajay across to Bassey. Remember, Bassey will miss the final through a yellow card he picked up in the first half. Long ball forward. Hakimi will get there first, trying to get on the outside of him. And he claims that Moses claims that he should have had a corner there. The referee turns a blind eye. That's a corner. He says no, free kick instead. So Moses Simon brings down Hakimi from behind. Two coaches are polar opposite. Selik Chala looks chilled. Walid Regragui has been prancing up and down and must be pretty knackered, but he's settled down now. Bassey wins the header straight out of play. Found his coach, Chala, who just sticks a boot on it, lets it go back onto the pitch. He's not worried where it's going. Hakimi stretches it from right back into the Nigerian defence, but it's been won back by Mazrui. Ball out wide from Targaline. Interesting into the box, but calmness from Calvin Bassey. Back to Nwabali, the goalkeeper, who comes out and claims it. 90 seconds of 90 minutes to go. And we haven't had too many substitutions, only one substitution break, so there can't be that many delays to rack up added time. Onyeka. Now Iwobi. Trying to play it into the channel but can't quite find Onyeka. Hakimi out to Mazrui. Mazrui can dart forward for Morocco and he gets it wide to Ez Al-Zoui. He's onto his right foot at the moment. He wants to get on the outside and the defender marking him. Osei Samuel's fallen over. He's got the cross in. Headed away backwards by Onyemachi at the back post. Only as far as Bram Diaz. Back again to Hakimi. Into the penalty area. Swivel it Trying to get the shot away maybe here. Igamane pulls it back. Bassi with the block, and that's a foul. And that will be a free kick. As Moses Simon is sent tumbling to the floor. Hearts 2, St Mirren 0, Falkirk 0, Celtic 1 in Scotland. Here in Africa, Senegal 1, Egypt 0, a late goal in that one. It's going to be an even later goal here. But this one is to be decided without the need of extra time and penalties. Minutes of stoppage time. That's all there is between us and the inevitable extra 30 minutes, you would feel. Or can we find some late drama here? Calvin Bassett pins it forward. It's flicked on by Osimhen. Cleared away as Lookman was rushing into the box by Egard. Solid defending. Now Messina out to the left. There's Al-Zuli. Came off with a Nigerian player, so it's going to be a throw into Morocco. In the Bundesliga, another win tonight from Bayern München. 3-1 at Köln. Hoffenheim thrashing Gladbach 5-1 as well. A win for Wolfsburg and a win for Leipzig. Played 1 of the 3 minutes. It's been given away by Morocco. This is Ademola Lookman just inside the Morocco half. Wide to Moses Simon, who was a danger if he can get past his man. Whips the cross in. It's headed away by Mazraoui, only as far as Osimhen, just outside the penalty area. It's a poor ball back forward towards Adams. And it's picked up by Neil El Amraoui. Ajayi on the halfway line. It's Calvin Bassett. Plays it wide to Moses Simon again. Another chance to taunt and to get down that left-hand side and get the ball into the box. Here is Moses Simon, whips it in. It's over the shoulder of Ademola Lookman and straight through to goalkeeper Yassin Bono. Nigeria 0, Morocco 0. Just a shade over a minute of injury time to play. Bassett watches that one over his head against Igamane. Behind him is Onyemachi to head it back to goalkeeper Nouabali. He waits for Igamane to come and close him down. The Lille player does so. So he picks it up and chucks it out to Ajayi. Now into Onyeka. It's Bassett. It's another long ball forward. Just headed away by Mazraoui. Swivelling is Azuli. Tripped by Osimhen. 30 seconds to go. You feel this one is going to need longevity. Egard. Back inside by El Amraoui. This is Messina. And now Mazraoui. Down the line to Al-Zuli on the halfway line. Al-Zuli, one last burst maybe here for Morocco. Across to Hakimi. His first touch was pretty poor up in the air and he's been taken away from him by Moses Simon, but again the referee doesn't like the decision, doesn't like the challenge. It gives the decision to Morocco. Out wide on the right, quick ball into the penalty area. Bassi was there, dominant defending on Onyemachi. Clears away, throw-in taken quickly. Whipped in once more from the right hand side. Is there one last chance for Nigeria? Well, the answer to that is no. The ball forward was intended for Osimhen. It's cut out by Mazraoui. And there is the referee's final whistle. It's extra time in the semi-final of the AFCON. It's Nigeria 0, it's Morocco 0. It's tight, it's nervy, it's cagey, it's dramatic, and it's going to go the duration. Join us at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium here in Rabat for extra time after this very swift break.
Bully, the Super Eagles, Ademola Lookman
Let the Pringles within your bag.
What's This is the final if Nigeria get through. We'll miss the third and fourth place playoff if Nigeria lose. Here's Bassi walking the ball out from the back. No room for error. One moment of magic. You just feel Nigeria from 5. A moment to bring Victor Osimhen into the game. Osimhen has been very, very quiet so far. Over the head of Onyeka, comes to Targaline with the outside of the right boot. He gets it out wide to Ezalzouli. Ezalzouli taking on Asai Samuel, getting past him and getting to the byline. Asai Samuel rescuing it, putting it behind. Corner kick, first corner kick of the extra time, first period, and it goes to Morocco, the Atlas Lions. And that wonderful unbeaten run that Nigeria have only lost one in 12. They aren't a team that's going to roll over easily. Morocco corner, nothing really created from any of the corners so far. This is going to be sent in from the left-hand side by Goalkeeper. He's told him to bide his time. He's got some sorting out to do. There's an object, I think, been thrown onto the pitch, which the goalkeeper Nabali has removed. Hakimi for Morocco. 2 minutes into the first period of extra time. Hakimi whips it in. It's a deep one. Back across and it hit the outside of the post. The header from Egard. He climbed almost on the goal line. He's headed it backwards against the outside of the post. I think it's gone out of play, the fact that the ball is travelling backwards and hits the outside of the post. Goal kick was given. It was immaterial, it didn't go in. It didn't look as if he kept it in play, but we'll never know. Nigeria happy to use the laboured approach of walking to the halfway line, but now a burst of energy from Bassi. Out wide to Akor Adams on the right. He's given it away. He's done that too often tonight. Akor Adams surrendering possession for Nigeria. They need to be better in retention of the ball. And there again, bursting through in the midfield, Frank Onyeka. Adams almost got in his way and he's threaded the ball through beyond Osimhen and given it straight back to Morocco. Just feel maybe there's a change to be had there in that attacking position. Referee's spotted something. Targaline has lost his boot. That's what he spotted. So he just stops play whilst Targaline places his boot. It came off when it sent Onyeka sprawling into the air. Could have been a free kick that quite easily to Nigeria, but it wasn't. They've got any favours off the referee tonight, Nigeria, if I'm brutally honest with you. Morocco in possession. Hakimi. Back inside to Messina. Messina and Egard at one end, Ajayi and Bassi at the other. Four dominant defenders. Long ball forward. Here's Ajayi to head the ball away. might come for Agamane. The Lille man picks it up and tries to take on Jose Samuel. He's got back up from Onyeka to Akor Adams. Akor Adams is held, but the referee's given a free kick to Morocco for handball by Akor Adams. There's Azuli. There's Agamane, tries to curl one, but it was always going wide. It wasn't far away, but you could feel the moment he left his foot, he scuffed it slightly, having put it through the legs of Onyeka. Put it wide. So, the goal kick. Arsenal winning 3-2 at Chelsea in the Carabao Cup tonight. That is a result. Nigeria have it at the back. Bringing the ball out from the back with Iwobi. On the left-hand side, Bruno Onyemachi. He's made progress. Still Onyemachi. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can, but it's nudged away by Targali. Now Iwobi. To the right-hand side this time. Right, Osei Samuel. Down the line to Akor Adams. Tries to hold it up, then turns. Good defending by Mazraoui. Puts some studs on it, puts it behind. A rare Nigeria corner. That's better from Adams. He's not done anywhere near enough of that. Hold the ball up. That's what he's got to do. And he has there, and he's won a corner. Nigeria 0, Morocco 0. Nearly 6.5 minutes into the first period of extra time. The game without a goal so far. Lookman to take this corner for Nigeria. Raises his right arm, swings it in with his right boot. Very poor corner. Headed away by Alanawi. And the Roman man puts it out for a throw-in to Nigeria, level with the edge of the penalty area. Lookman takes it into Adams, into the penalty area. That came off of Adams last. Claim that there was a bit of shirt pulling going on in there as well. It's immaterial really, because came off of Adams' last goal kick. There wasn't any need to review whether there was any shirt pulling or not. Well, Adams is coming off, and he's going to be replaced by Fisayo Delibashiro, an attacking midfielder. Second change of the night from the Super Eagles. Delibashiro just adding a little bit of solidity to that middle of the park, I would imagine. His inclusion, it means that Ademola Lookman may just stray to the right. Here come the Moroccans. There's Azuli. All the way back to Mazraoui. Now across to Targali. Wide to Hakimi. And wide again to Brahim Diaz. He's been very quiet since the first half when he was prominent. They haven't managed to get him on the ball anywhere near as much as they would have liked to have done. Mazraoui helped around the corner from Targali. Alanawi. Good interception by Onyemachi to deny the ball, making it through to Brahim Diaz. Top scorer still in the tournament. He's got 5. Victor Osimhen's got 4. Mo Salah is also on 4, and he's still got 3rd and 4th place playoff to come. Ademola, Ayoub El Kabi, who's gone off now. They're both on 3. Akor Adams has got 2. Onyedika's got 2. I suppose they're still, theoretically, they're still in the tournament, in with a shout. There's a ball out wide for the left-hand side for Morocco. Heading towards that penalty area, headed away by Iwobi. The shot bobbles through. Didn't really have anything on it from Igamane. Travelled through straight into the grasps of the Nigerian goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali. Takes it on the turn in the D, beating Lookman to it. It was always going to be an easy save. It would go down as a shot on target. That's about as good as it gets from Morocco on that occasion. Just about to hit the 100-minute mark in this game, and it's still goalless. Nigeria losing on penalties against Congo in that World Cup playoff recently, and that will be a memory still fresh in the front of their minds. Change coming now for Morocco. It looks as if it's going to be El Nesri to come on, and he's coming on for Brahim Diaz, whose evening is over. El Nesri is a striker. Hamza Igamane will probably go to the right, and Youssef El Nesri comes on to lead the line. Plays for Fenerbahce. It's cap number 91 for him. First job is to drop into the defensive line because Nigeria have a free kick. And it's inside the Marseille half. Ademola Lookman's gone over to the left-hand side, raising his arm to take this. Could have been better than the delivery of his corner in the last few minutes. He's got to get it over the first man. Calvin Bassey's joined the attack. It's pumped into the penalty area. It's poor again. Zajayin has just played it straight to the first man at the edge of the area. You've got to get underneath the ball. It's just not good enough for Nigeria. Here's Onyeka, strolling up towards the halfway line. Still, it is goalless. Ademola Lookman. It's Onyemachi. Back inside again to Calvin Bassey, who's come back from that wasted journey forward for the free kick, as has Ajayi, who's on the ball now, and Iwobi curls it forward. Got a touch on that, did Bashira. Bashira judged to have fouled Mesrui. He's gone down the right-hand side for Sayo Della Bashira. He had some physique, the Lazio man. And El Nesri is now on. But Azazuli, and not Brahim Diaz. Morocco's turn to try and carve something out. On the left-hand side, Igamane. It's up in the air. Igamane again takes it on his chest, taken off of him by Iwobi with ease. Now it's Osei Samuel, skips past a couple of challenges. He's sent sprawling to the ground as he hits the halfway line. He lands on the halfway line. Free kick. Brought down by the challenge from Sebari. Nigeria had 2 shots and Morocco had 13. That means absolutely nothing, does it, in this type of game? Still very much in it. They've been rigid all tournament at the back, both these sides. What we've got here is what we come to expect, but here's Moses Simon down the left, gets the cross in towards Oshiman, takes it down his chest, prods it over the shoulder to Lookman, knocks it back. Here is Deli Basira, goes down the right-hand side, hooks it back in again. There's no one there, and it's put behind by Hakimi for a corner, and that is the first time in a long time that the Moroccan defence has been left a bit shaky. Osman on the end of the cross from Moses Simon found his teammate Lookman. They've got a telepathy, haven't they, those two? Hooked it over his shoulder, knew exactly where Lookman was, and Lookman couldn't carve out an opening. And Osman, who's been feeding off the scraps so far, very nearly creating something there for Lookman, and then eventually it was put behind. I think there's a flag that's gone up, so it's not going to be a corner, it's going to be a free kick. And not quite sure why the referee has gone for that decision, but Osimhen is limping slightly. It's another decision that seems to have gone against the Nigerians. .105 on the clock. Half time imminent. 0-0, free kick. Don't know what the free kick's for. I've looked at it 2 or 3 times on the monitor here beside me, and I still don't know what it was for. So nothing that Osimhen did, and yet the free kick was played where Osimhen had the ball. Didn't handle it. Anyway, here's Mazraoui for Morocco. Inside to Target. Alanawi. Wide to Brahim Diaz. We thought he was going off, but he actually went off for a drink and he's back on again now. Brahim Diaz can't get the better of Moses Simon, who stands up well to him. And back out wide again to Hakimi. And maybe a chance for Nigeria to get the ball clear, although we can't get there ahead of Brahim Diaz though. It's back out to left back Mazraoui. 20 yards from goal, wide to the right-hand side. It was a whip ball in. That's a better ball in from Igamane. And then through the middle again, it's Moses Simon. He was in, not Moses Simon, sorry, Kelvin Bassey that headed it up in the air ahead of El Nesri. I think there was an offside flag as well. There was a couple of players offside there for Morocco. Well, it's going to duration. Penalties is just 15 minutes away. The half-time whistle has gone in extra time. And well, we've seen a header against the outside of the posts from Aagaard. Whether he was still in play or not is something we'll probably never get cleared up. But this stadium, packed to the rafters, is still awaiting its first goal. We might have to wait to penalty shootout time before it sees the net ripple for the first time. Nigeria and Morocco locked at 0-0 at half-time. Let's quickly run through the other scores for you whilst we wait for the 2 sets of players to take a drink on board. The other AFCON Semi-Final earlier today, Senegal 1, Egypt 0. Sadio Mane's goal 12 minutes from time. They've kept 4 clean sheets in this competition. They've only conceded once. That was against Mali in the second of 3 group matches. The second period of extra time is off and underway. Moses Simon is venturing down the left-hand side, but it's been stopped in his tracks by Hakimi. Here is Hakimi, sensibly inside. to El Anawi. El Anawi surrounded by white shirts just outside his own penalty area. So he goes back and Hakimi gets the clearance away for him into that midfield area and needs to be dealt with by Ajayi. Ajayi falls down, felt as if he was fouled. In comes the challenge by Onyemachi. Here was Calvin Bassey. 2 players down, so the referee is going to ask Nigeria to put the ball out, and they don't, so he blows his whistle anyway. So coming together between, I think it was Onyemachi it's not Onyemachi, it's Frank Onyeka and Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz seemed to fall as he turned inside Iwobi. He turned face first, seemed to fall into Onyeka. Any avoidance of a penalty shootout will come down to late drama. Well, Diaz is back on his feet. Looks a bit groggy, but he'll be okay. Nigeria 0, Morocco 0. Change in the offing. Brahim Diaz is now off. He's replaced by Elias Okomach. Elias Okomach plays for Villarreal in Spain, wearing the number 16 shirt. He's a forward. He's never scored for Morocco. Be a national hero if he did that now. Throw into Nigeria in the right back position. It's going to be taken by Oje Samuel. He's still standing there with the ball. Here is Samuel again. Back to Oje. There's a few tired legs out there now. Tired minds, tired legs. Headed back inside by Dele Bashiru from a long ball forward to him by Calvin Bassey. Mazraoui spins, goes on the outside and gives it easy to Ismail Sibari. Does the simple things well in the midfield. El Anawi driving forward, the Roma man. Gives it out wide to Hakimi. Back again to El Anawi. It's a game in the balance. It's so in the balance. Masima. Run down the line by Mazraoui. Mazraoui again on the halfway line. It's going to look long. He's giving it straight to Iwobi. Iwobi didn't control it initially, but now he's driven it wide to Faseo Dele Bashiru. Quickly 2 red shirts converse on him. Onyeka. Iwobi again, just inside his own half in the centre circle. Bassey rolls it forward to Lookman. Lookman gets it wide to Bruno Onyemachi into the edge of the penalty area. Lookman trying to bring it down, can't quite link up with Osimhen. Now Mazraoui, long ball forward, but Bassey's there. He is such a pivotal influence at the back, Bassey. If they do get to the final, he's going to be sorely missed in the final, that's for sure. Bassey again, strolling up towards the halfway line, gives it to his Fulham teammate Iwobi. Put out a play on this near side by Onyemachi, who's been caught late by Elias Okomach. That was a challenge that Onyemachi didn't like very much. He was back on his feet quick enough, but into the face of the recently introduced substitute Okomach. Still 0-0. Still, we're none the wiser as to who will be playing against Senegal in the final on Sunday. This is too tight to call. True that Morocco have had many, many more shots than Nigeria tonight, but Nigeria have stood the test of time, over 110.5 minutes so far without conceding. And as the game's gone on, so the Moroccan players have wilted slightly in their attacking aspirations. Long ball forward from Stanley Nwabali. It's given away by Onyeka, but one back again by Iwobi. Iwobi sent sprawling to the ground, no foul, as it's rolled forward by Targali. On the left-hand side, Hamza Igamani, but that's a foul on Frank Onyeka, and a free kick has gone the way of Nigeria. Both sides comfortable winners in the quarter-final. Morocco 2-0 against Cameroon. Super Eagles beating Algeria comfortably 2-0. One goal now, and you can't see any way back. Onyeka. Ajay into the feet of Deli Belashiri of Lazio. He can't control it. It's with the Moroccan goalkeeper Yassine Bono. Long clearance forward. Bassi's there again. Nudged down the line by Simon. Victor Osimhen goes in and wins it to it. Had a sliding lunge from Targali. Osimhen seems to be struggling a little bit. He went off in the playoff against Congo with an injury, and he didn't play a part in the penalties, which of course Nigeria lost. He's going to be desperate to stay out there. Oseo Samuel's given the ball away against Igamane, but he's managed to retrieve it. He's ended up coming off of him last though. 112.5 minutes and count it. We are halfway through the second 15-minute period in extra time, and penalties is now just around the corner. They've had heartache once in the last few weeks, Nigeria, from the spot. They'll be desperate for it not to happen again. Long punt downfield from Messina. Headed away by Ajayi. And it's away by Lookman, who's back there. Lookman adjudged to have fouled. Foul on Elanawi. Foul by the Atalanta man on the Roma man. They'd have come across one another, I'm sure, in Serie A a few times. It's a just slightly right of centre free kick. It's a good 35 yards from goal. It's far too far out for a shot. Looks as if it's going to be Hakimi to take it. Chips it up towards the edge of the penalty area. Nigeria deal with it. They come back out to Igamane on the left-hand side. Igamane against Oseo Samuel. Whips one in. It's a dangerous ball. Headed away by Calvin Bassey. It's back into that penalty area again. Hooked over the shoulder by El Nesri. And it comes back out. It's another good block by Simon this time to deny Echo Match runner. Just cranking up the pressure at the moment are the home side. Say home side, the hosts. Another ball from Igamane into the penalty area. Comes back out on the other side, but that's excellent defending by Bruno Onyemachi. He'll rifle it down the line. Ademola Lookman, but he's given the ball away. He was lucky. It rolled nicely for Onyemachi. Onyemachi's then given it away. A few lazy passes creeping into the game now. Oseo Samuel. Onyeka. See Samuel again. This time it's Semi Ajayi. Now Calvin Bassey, chance to bring it up towards the halfway line. Rolls it wide to Bruno Onyemachi. Calvin Bassey all the way back. And it remains 0-0. And we've got 4.5 minutes to spare us of penalties. Not long at all. Onyeka. Onyemachi. Long ball forward. Osserman leaps, but he's beaten in the air with ease by Nayef Agard, who's got the better of Osserman most of the evening. See Samuel. That battle on that far side against Igamane, but Igamane coming away with it. Mazrui. Should be one in the midfield. It looked like a foul, but Nigeria have it, and it's a chance for Lookman to get forward. Ademola Lookman down the left-hand side to Simon. Can Simon get the cross in? It's a poor cross. Osserman was lurking at the far post. It didn't make it anywhere near. Cleared away. Nigeria have a throw. Back with Bassey. Now it's Iwobi. Onyemachi. It's deflected cross. Flicked on by Lookman, headed away by Mazrui. Sai Samuel, good challenge coming in from Mazrui. Was it Mazrui? No, it's Igamane. And it's gone out for a throw-in to Nigeria. Level with the edge of the penalty area over on the far side. Well, now is the best possible time to score. Victor Osserman has taken his mask off, and it looks like he's coming off, and he's not going to play any part in the penalties. Well, that is a surprise. Onuachu is going to come on. The big striker is going to see out the last 2.5 minutes, and there's going to be a change as well. Ben Seguir for Sebari. And it's Ben Seguir coming on. It's Ben Seguir. It's Bayer Leverkusen forward. 3 international goals. He's 21 next month. Flick on by Ajayi, and then Iwobi over his shoulder, beats everyone and straight through to goalkeeper Yasin Bono, who boots long downfield. It's a quick boot as well, cut out by Calvin Bassey, who's been immense tonight for the Nigerians. Onyemachi to Nwabali. Right, Masai Samuel in the right back position for Nigeria. They are exhausted, these players. Shots on target today, Nigeria 1, Morocco 4. They haven't taken their chances, Morocco. It's been lost in transit over the far side by Fasayo Delibashiru. Down the line to Igamane. Igamane against Ajayi. Ajayi clears. Morocco go backwards to try and get forward. There are 60 seconds. 60 seconds. It's now or never. A driving run forward from Agard. Gets it wide to Hakimi. Hakimi with a cross. And that's an excellent header away by Ajayi. Comes back out again. It's a drive through the crowd from Targaline, but it was straight at Nwabali. And Nwabali says, thank you very much. And was able to make the save. It's another shot on target from the Moroccans. I think he's overextended himself on all 5 of the shots that have come at him, but he's made a couple of decent saves. Bright Masai Samuel back inside, and you feel now that Nigeria have accepted that penalties is on their way, or are on their way. Long ball out towards the right hand side, and Fasayo Delibashiru. That's too long. Well, the 120 minutes are now officially up, and Nigeria and Morocco are 1 minute of stoppage time away from a penalty shootout to decide who will play Senegal in the final. Another change. Onyeka off, Chukwueze on for Nigeria. Chukwueze clearly brought on as a penalty taker. Throw in. Mazwari takes it down the line. Got about 15 seconds. There will be a little extra on top of that. Nigeria have a throw 15 yards inside the Morocco half. Their ambition is down to walking pace. I think with all the tiredness, the teams have accepted the formality that will be penalties, and there goes the final whistle, and it will be penalties to decide the AFCON Semi-Final between Nigeria and Morocco. 0-0 after 120 minutes. It's the Super Eagles and the Atlas Lions that will battle it out from the spots. And we will be back for that penalty shootout in just a couple of minutes' time after this short break. Nigerian fans are congregating. I believe, if I'm reading the two captains, Ashraf Hakimi, and it's Moses Simon that's taken the captain's armband for Nigeria. So it's all down to spot kicks. Senegal sit patiently and wait. One of these two will play them in the final on Sunday. One will play Egypt Saturday in the third, fourth place playoff. First up for Nigeria is Neil Alanawi. Did I say Nigeria? For Morocco, sorry. It's even getting to me. Now, Alanawi. He's got a time to wait here, Alanawi, because he's gone all the way out to the spot. He's got the ball tucked underneath his arm, and he's arrived very early because the referee's still talking intensely to the two goalkeepers. Right, and he just popped it away to his left. Didn't even need to put it in the corner. Next up, well, he's not kicked the ball in the 120 minutes. He just came on as a sub, didn't touch the ball. Paul Onuachu. Well, he hasn't kicked a ball probably since the half-time warm-up. But he's got a run-up from a very, very central position. He stands just inside. He shuffles to the left. He steps up and he coolly slots it past the dive of Yassine Bono. Again, it's a good penalty, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. And Nigeria take the chance to quickly level things at 1-1. And the big striker was very, very cool. Next up, it looks like Igamane is going to step forward. Waiting for him on the penalty spot is Stanley Nwabali, who comes out and starts playing around with the ball. The referee has firmly spoken to him and said, get back on the line. Igamane takes the ball, puts it on the spot, wipes his hands on his shorts, replaces the ball, and steps back. Igamane of Lille. Deep, deep breath. And he's put it wide. He got a fingertip to it there, did Nwabali. And Igamane has missed. Oh, it wasn't a good penalty. He's scuffed it. It was probably going to hit the post, but Nwabali got down and guessed right, and it brushes the edge of his gloves on its way wide. And it's disaster for Morocco, and Nigeria now know that as long as they don't miss a penalty, they will be in Sunday's final. But that is still some way short. Chukwueze is the second player to come up for Nigeria. He too has barely been in the game. He came on late as a sub. I don't think he touched the ball either. And it didn't matter too much. The first one from Paul Onuachu, who hadn't kicked a ball since the half-time warm-up. And nor has Chukwueze. Hands on his hips. Oh, that's a terrible, terrible penalty. And Chukwueze's spot kick has been saved so easily. and everyone in the Morocco team consoles Igamani and says, look, there's your get out of jail free card. That was terrible, terrible, terrible from Chukwueze. It was not a good penalty at all. I thought the first one from Igamani was poor, but that one was even poorer. The only thing that had that Igamani's didn't is that Igamani's was probably going to hit the post. And next up, it's like Targaline, I think. It's hard to read the numbers sometimes on these shirts of the players. It's Ben Seguir, Annelies Ben Seguir of Leverkusen, right into the top corner. Ben Seguir makes it 2-1. And now the pressure once again on Nigeria. Chukwueze's miss could be costly. It's an excellent penalty, no chance at all for Nuabali. Wrapped it high out of the reach of the goalkeeper and into the top corner. Confident penalty for the 20-year-old on his 20th cap for his country. Next on the agenda, Fiseo Del Bashiro. Del Bashiro, another substitute. So far, the first 3 penalties for Morocco coming for Nigeria, all coming from substitutes. Deli Bashiro knows he needs to score to keep Nigeria level. Goalkeeper is pointing in one direction. Deli Bashiro puts it in the opposite corner to where the goalkeeper pointed and to where the goalkeeper dived. Lassin Bono pointed to his left, dived to his left, and the ball went in the opposite direction. And that's 2-2. Good penalty. Inseparable in 120 minutes of football. Inseparable in shootout at the moment. And this is Achraf Hakimi, the captain, the African Player of the Year. Vastly experienced, arguably the best fullback, right fullback in the world at the moment. Achraf Hakimi, can he hold the nerve? He can, ending the goalkeeper the wrong way. And Morocco score. Well, that sways it in the direction of Morocco, because Nigeria have one in hand that they have to score to stay level. Hakimi celebrates with his teammates. It's going to be Bruno Onyemachi. The goalkeeper changed direction, stuck a hand out, and he stopped the penalty from Bruno Onyemachi. And Morocco are a penalty from the AFCON Final. It was a poor penalty. He saw the goalkeeper went so early, he's just got to roll it in the other corner. The way the goalkeeper was going, and he changed his direction and got his right hand to it. Unbelievable. And it has, and it's Morocco that go through to the final. It's Youssef En-Nesyri who scores.
head coach of a top nation?
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with the perception
I believe, if I'm reading the two captains, Ashraf Hakimi, and it's Moses Simon that's taken the captain's armband for Nigeria. On Sunday fortnight is the playoff. First up for Nigeria is Neil Alanawi. Did I say Nigeria? For Morocco, sorry. It's even getting to me. Now, Alanawi. He's got a time to wait here, Alanawi, because he's gone all the way out to the spot. He's got the ball tucked underneath his arm, and he's arrived very early because the referee's still talking intensely to the two goalkeepers. Right, and he just popped it away to his left. Didn't even need to put it in the corner. Next up, well, he's not kicked the ball in the 120 minutes. He just came on as a sub, didn't touch the ball. Paul Onuachu. Well, he hasn't kicked a ball probably since the half-time warm-up. But he's got a run-up from a very, very central position. He stands just inside. He shuffles to the left. He steps up and he coolly slots it past the dive of Yassine Bono. Again, it's a good penalty, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. And Nigeria take the chance to quickly level things at 1-1. And the big striker was very, very cool. Next up, it looks like Igamane is going to step forward. Waiting for him on the penalty spot is Stanley Wabali, who comes out and starts playing around with the ball. The referee has firmly spoken to him and said, get back on the line. Igamane takes the ball, puts it on the spot, wipes his hands on his shorts, replaces the ball, and steps back. Igamane of Lille. Deep, deep breath. And he's put it wide. He got a fingertip to it there, did Wabali. And Igamane has missed. Oh, it wasn't a good penalty. He's scuffed it. It was probably going to hit the post, but Wabali got down and guessed right, and it brushes the edge of his gloves on its way wide. Morocco and Nigeria now know that as long as they don't miss a penalty, they will be in Sunday's final. But that is still some way short. Chukwueze is the second player to come up for Nigeria. He too has barely been in the game. He came on late as a sub. I don't think he touched the ball either. And it didn't matter too much, the first one from Paul Onuachu, who hadn't kicked a ball since the half-time warm-up. And nor has Chukwueze. Hands on his hips. that's a terrible, terrible penalty. And Chukwueze's spot kick has been saved so easily. And everyone in the Morocco team consoles Igamani and says, look, there's your get out of jail free card. That was terrible from Chukwueze. It was not a good penalty at all. I thought the first one from Igamani was poor, but that one was even poorer. The only thing that had that Igamani's didn't is that Igamani's was probably going to hit the post. And next up, it's like Targaline, I think. It's hard to read the numbers sometimes on these shirts of the players. It's Ben Seguir, penalties Ben Seguir of Bayer Leverkusen, right into the top corner. Ben Seguir makes it 2-1. And now the pressure once again on Nigeria. Chukwueze's miss could be costly. It's an excellent penalty, no chance at all for Nuabali. Wrapped it high out of the reach of the goalkeeper and into the top corner. Confident penalty from the 20-year-old on his 20th cap for his country. Next on the agenda, Fiseo Del Bashiro. Del Bashiro, another substitute. So far, the first 3 penalties for Morocco coming for Nigeria, all coming from substitutes. Deli Bashiro knows he needs to score to keep Nigeria level. Goalkeeper is pointing in one direction. Deli Bashiro puts it in the opposite corner to where the goalkeeper pointed and to where the goalkeeper dived. Lassine Bono pointed to his left, dived to his left, and the ball went in the opposite direction. And that's 2-2. Good penalty. Inseparable in 120 minutes of football. Inseparable in shootout at the moment. And this is Achraf Hakimi, the captain, the African Player of the Year. Vastly experienced. Arguably the best fullback, right fullback in the world at the moment. Achraf Hakimi, can he hold the nerve? He can. Ending the goalkeeper the wrong way. And Morocco score. Well, sways it in the direction of Morocco because Nigeria have one in hand that they have to score to stay level. Hakimi celebrates with his teammates. It's going to be Bruno Onyemachi. The goalkeeper changed direction, stuck a hand out, and he stopped the penalty from Bruno Onyemachi. And Morocco are a penalty from the AFCON Final. It was a poor penalty. He saw the goalkeeper went so early, he's just got to roll it in the other corner. The way the goalkeeper was going, and he changed his directions and got his right hand to it. Unbelievable. And it has, and it's Morocco that go through to the final. It's Youssef En-Nesyri who scores.
coach of a top nation. Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with the perception.